What's going on, everybody? This is the Daredevil Gamer, and today I'm going to be doing the very first episode of the new series I'm coming up with for Human Nightmares called Terrible Animes, where I review animes that I started watching that I don't like at all, and I'm never going to watch ever again. Today's episode, we're going to be focusing on an anime that I actually watched last night called Rosario Vampire. I hope I'm saying that right. Now, last night, while I was searching through Netflix, I was looking for an anime to start watching at nighttime before I go to bed. I found Blue Exorcist and Death Note, but I didn't click on any of those. And then I found Rosario Vampire, and I thought it sounded cool because the story was that this guy that's about to go off to high school gets on the wrong bus and goes to a monster school called Yokai Academy. And, you know, the monsters there have to stay in their human form and never show the other students their monster form or anything like that. It's just this whole thing that sounded really cool. So once I clicked on it, it started out kind of weirdly because I love watching English dub anime. I do not like English sub. Well, I kind of do, but I only watch it if I have to. If there's an English dub version, I'm going to be watching that. So the voice acting was horrible right when the thing started. Right when the episode started, the voice acting was just so not smooth. It was just going really badly. And, like, the voices did not really fit the characters that well, and there was just so many things wrong with the voice acting, but I was like, okay, you know what? That's okay. We don't have to focus on that. We can just move on. Let's watch the show. So I start watching. So a couple things crossed my mind that I saw. So there was the thing where one of the main characters, Mocha, who is a vampire, has a skirt that comes up, like, doesn't go very far down her legs. It's so short that every single time that she's walking or running, you get panty shots. That annoyed me. It's like every single time that she is walking, running, doing anything, you see like her panties. And I was just like, why couldn't they have made her skirt just a little bit longer? Just a little bit longer. Just a tiny little bit longer. And then maybe that would not have happened. But they did it. They had a designer, so she looks sexy. Anyway, moving on. So, the whole thing was kind of weird. It was moving very fast, and the characters were so cliche. There was that one guy, the one douchebag, that wanted the sexy girl for himself, but the dork, the main character, is in love with her, and she's in love with him. And the douchebag is just like, hey babe, why don't you come hang out with me? You know, I'm a badass and don't be hanging out with him. But yeah, it was just so, like, cliche, really. So, I was gonna let all that slide, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Let's just move on with the show. There was a couple of cool things I liked it. Some of the character designs were kind of cool, and the monsters looked badass. I'll have you know I did not finish the first episode because of what happened around the end. And I'm sorry if I spoil anything, but this is a show about terrible animes, and these animes are just horrible. Once we keep moving on, it gets to turn into a soap opera, and I'm gonna tell you why. So, since the guy is a human, and he's in a monster school, and nobody knows that he is a human because all the monsters are in their human form right now, and when they're in their human form, you know, people can't see that they're monsters, except for one of the people have, you know, ears, cat ears, and cat tail, but we're just gonna look over that. So yeah, once he learned that everybody was a monster and he didn't want to stay there, he was leaving the school on the very first day, and Mocha, the vampire girl, was trying to stop him, and he was like, no, Mocha, I can't stay here. Like, this is kind of how he was talking. Like, maybe not exactly like this, but it was this sort of scenario. So, I'm sorry, Mocha. I can't stay. I'm a human. And earlier before, she was telling him how she hates humans and how they've always treated her badly, and how she was at a human school for a couple years and everybody treated her badly. So anyway, it's gone. You said that you hated humans, and I am a human. I can't stay friends with a monster. You're a vampire. I'm so sorry. I have to leave. And then she was like, no, don't leave, please, please, don't leave. And then he just, like, that whole thing went on for a little bit. And then he did leave. And then the douchebag came back. When the douchebag came back, it was just a whole, all out, just, you know what, fuck this, man. It was just so stupid. When he showed his true form to her, trying to win her heart because, well, not win her heart, but he just wanted her for himself because that's just who he is. And he's like this giant ogre person. And this giant ogre person looks badass and everything, but the dialogue is still just so retarded. And I don't like it. Now, some people might disagree if they go watch it. I'll leave a link in the description to the anime on Hulu or whatever you guys watch it on. And you guys see for yourself. This is just my personal opinion. So it was just this whole thing. And then he beat the crap out of the guy, the main character, the human. He beat the crap out of him. And then he was like, Mocha, get out of here. I'll save you. And then as he was like falling back, injured, and almost passed out, he accidentally ripped off this thing that kept her from turning into a vampire, like turning into her vampire form, because she wore this necklace, and if she kept it on, she would not go into her vampire form. But he was on his knees, but he had his arms on his shoulder, and he was like, you know, I'm gonna save you, get out of here, ugh. And as he was slithering back down to the ground, he pulled the necklace off, and that is when she turned into a vampire. So when he pulled that thing off, she turned into her vampire form. Now guess what changed about her? So first there's the hair, turned silver, that's kind of cool. Her eyes went red, okay. But then the main thing is that her butt and her boobs got bigger. The camera literally focused on her boobs and her butt, and they like expanded a little bit, and then that's what made her a vampire. What has like humanity come to exactly? Like, why is this a thing that's happening? So yeah, after that she was a badass and she kicked the ogre's butt, and it was just this whole thing. So I could not finish the episode. I had literally 3 minutes left, but as soon as she turned into a vampire, I was done. I was just like, nope, I cannot. And then she, like, surprised the ogre and kicked the crap out of him. I just could not stay, though. It was so bad. And the anime was just like an anime soap opera around the end of the very first episode. And I didn't watch it, but I returned to the page of it on Netflix. Like, the episodes, they seem interesting. You know, the story, the description for each episode, they sound cool. The thumbnails are awesome. But when you actually start watching it, it's so bad. I don't know if it was just the English dub version was bad, but in my opinion, I did not enjoy that. I thought it was really just stupid. And that's why it's the very first anime in my terrible anime series. Now, I don't really know what else to say about this anime. I went over everything that kind of annoyed me about it, and I'm sorry if I was stuttering or not making sense at some points. That's just, happens when I'm not on a script. But I'll make sure I'm on a script next time, because this is like, wow, that was bad. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and have a nice day! Damn it!